Hi everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a union read for you today, and I'm going to get right into it. I do have some sand art as well, but I'm going to do that at the end with the oracle cards. It is February 13th, 2019. The 13, of course, is the death card. It's transition or transformation, or the end of something, okay? And it also is the 27 for the day. The day adds up to 13/2019 to 27, which is a 9. And the 13 is a 4, so that's very much of stability and structure and the early stages of survival manifestation. And then we have 27/9, which is the Ace of Wands, and 9 is universal selflessness and compassion and endings, of course. And then the 27 is the 7 of spirituality within, and then the 2 of the feminine energy, being able to see both sides of the situation really well on the outside. So we have death and the Ace of Wands, which is a birth of passion. So it's really like a rebirth energy, but really in a physical sense. So there's some really positive messages coming through today. I already did both the union read and the divine masculine read. I'm not sure if I'll post that with this one, depends on how long it goes. And as I was shuffling today, I was getting sticky justice system as well as the Emperor and the Knight of Pentacles in a tussle. And the read was done for the union at 8:30. And 30 is the 4 of Wands, that union energy. I don't know if you got that yesterday, but the picture that I posted for the read yesterday was a number 4 on the mirror that was there when I stepped out of the shower yesterday morning. It was like the first thing I saw was the number 4 there. So I just wanted to reiterate that. So then the 30 is coming up here again today. So for the union, the major arcana were transition, indigo, tower, and chariot. And the card after the read that I always pull was justice. So again, transition is the death card, but it is the portal in the Syrian starseed. Indigo is the magician, tower is the tower, and then chariot's the chariot. Divine justice is justice. The other decks that I use, for those of you who don't normally watch, I use the Universal Tarot, Universal Golden, the Gilded Tarot, and also the Tarot Sexual Magic, and the mini deck for the traditional Rider-Waite. There's something missed, and then Romance Angels and the Numerology deck. So there were 2 Pentacles, 2 Wands, 3 Cups today. No swords at all. The court cards were just the King of Cups, which was very interesting. I believe that was yesterday the same. In one of the reads yesterday, it was just the King of Cups, and the portal was in the center of the read again, same as yesterday. So same again, so it's pretty cool. The numbers that came up around the coding, which were all about karmic completion, financial discipline, and relationship change. The numbers were 33, 3109, so 3109 came up, which is a 13, so it comes up again. And then, as I said, 33, also 46, the sequence 8, 9, 10, 223, and also 2239 came up. Having to do with the karmic completion, financial discipline, and relationship change, it was coming up as the indigo was definitely coming up here, and the number 3 and high vibration and the hermit were all coming up here. About 3 of 9 or 10, which actually came out in one of the reads today, the union read, 3 out of 10 came up there too. So in the read it was about the 10 of Cups, so 3 of the family, 3 of the 10, or it's within your kind of group of twins. There's 3 of you that you're being supported by, of 10. Also the third energy, or wise indigo, supports the divine feminine to the nth degree. Okay, so who's your support system within the twin flame community? So that was kind of coming up. Or just make sure you have a few good supports around you. But 3 specifically was coming up, and the high vibration of the hermit and the indigo, supporting the divine feminine to the nth degree in karmic completion, in ending your marriages or partnerships that are not with your twin, financial discipline, okay, getting things done even though you don't know, you're more in the 5D world. Sometimes it feels hard to get your 3D world stuff done. But yeah, but again, it's just about getting the karmic completion stuff done, and be disciplined with your finances, and relationship change, just supporting all that energy, staying at your high vibration, isolating when you need to. And being that the indigo is coming up here, it's very much about, you know, the rule breakers, because the indigo energy are the rule breakers. They're the ones that break down everything. The crystal energies rebuild, and then the rainbow children are very much about just smiling and making people happy. So getting right into the read for the union. Balancing and separation. Rising above a secret that's out, or possibly up at night not using your intuition and needing to meditate, in knowing you are the Empress, or you are abundant. I pulled some more clarifiers right there to get more information about the High Priestess and the Empress together, because the High Priestess was coming up reversed with the Empress and the Ace of Cups. So kind of wanted more clarification on that, and it was amazing how identical the cards came out. I'd say probably 75% of the cards that came out in that little bunch came out the same, in a different way, but the same cards. So in being wise and still to allow for another perspective, deciding to be free as the Fool in order to take a leap of faith. Self-love, new love in knowing. Rising above selfishness and ignorance in your knowing as the Empress. You may feel at this time that your abilities may be a little bit blocked, or that someone's keeping secrets. But just stay in your abundance. This is part of the testing. You know, you're going in and out from the heart, right? So sometimes you feel very connected to the ethereal realms, and other times, you know, you try and you're not really getting anything. And that's okay. It's about you learning to trust the flow of the universe. You know, just like your heart pumps out to your fingertips and back again. It always goes out and then in. You allow people to go away from you and then to come back, okay? But loving yourself even when not psychically connected, and getting downloads. So you might not be getting as much information as you usually do, and you feel, you know, kind of cheated. Instead, just know it's time for you to take care of some 3D things maybe. So knowing that it will return, and using your feeling of abundance to stay balanced, you know, stay grounded. The sun is out, exposes the transformation of the pink rose, winning by a head or a nose, energized by death and rebirth. The spring, with a new message, news, or some kind of communication. One may be about someone with white legs needing some sun or a vacation by the waterfalls, putting on the brakes with the old man who feels put out to pasture, or maybe being put out to pasture. Others discussing nursing facilities or rehabs, or moving to the country house, or kids visiting grandparents, deciding between city or country house. Wealthy old father disabled thinks back to his younger days, but the simple life and real love. Children see their own mortality. The Knight of Cups is out offering love in the wake of destruction, facing their ex and ending things for good. Black and white, no shades of gray, with the murkiness of the 4D. And I'm going to continue in a minute, but I want to go back before I forget. When I said pink rose, the roses have been coming up like crazy. The movie I watched had a rose in it, and then the next movie I watched had a diner called Rosie's in it, and then the pink rose came up in the read again. So this has been coming up a lot. So the rose is very significant. And spring, okay? Because as spring, that word is like spring into action, you know, like a fire's lit under your butt. Choosing a new path of the world to conquer, or not. Possible death walk to apologize, to release ego. There's a retreat coming up as underlying energy, as well as new love beneath the retreat card, okay? So new love, and then retreat, which is time away. The King of Wands is out being affectionate. There may be shocking or surprising announcements on the internet out. The King of Cups with a fancy drink or dessert thinking of how he stole from and hurt her, discarded, or because of his own anxieties caused his own dissolution. Two kings rushing in with the truth of who stole from who and who kicked who out or discarded the other. The King of Cups thinks of left foot, and his right hand, putting the truth aside while in bed on gangrene-colored sheets to cover the deception, now choosing to leave the prison he's kept himself in. Distracting people while sleight of hand, then going home to pet his adornments and clean up food off the floor, possibly from the kids. And when leaving the house feeling like they couldn't wait to get rid of you so they can eat bonbons and fruit or take a trip away to the poolside or sunny place without you. So then the underlying energy of time out came up, as well as personal growth. A negative past or childhood of wanting to die, physical illness, or just chronic low energy and tired all the time. The nightmare, or the nighttime, or the moon being your guiding false light and ungrounding your energy for the divine feminine who needs the sunlight. The inner working, the guts of this universe, the nighttime with dancing and howling at the moon, red eyes and claws come out, the dark side of the moon, and time. But the bright side is the sky at night with all the planets and the stars lit up, triggering your curiosity of life beyond the sun. The Queen of Pentacles becomes ungrounded at night. Her inner clock is knocked off in her knowing of other times and faraway places. She's grounded in the etheric realms, and so thus she must make an effort to ground to the earth, okay, because it's not her natural energy, okay. The sun, the life and transformation of her. Time out to rebalance and reconnect with family roots, to disconnect and end family cycles, and time away with a new love. Time to disconnect from the world. The divine feminine needs her sun, and the divine masculine needs the one. Recently, single or sovereign, lovers incomplete, sudden sadness about strong connection, and Emperor wants to offer something practical to help bring the divine feminine back into balance, to ground her. The foundation is of expressing feelings and exposing the Queen of Wands' foolish activities. And it was weird, when I was looking at this card, I got a major deja vu of negative feelings. And it was taking me back to France or Atlantis regarding the karmic, okay? But the karmic was coming up definitely reversed in this read, and that was at 10:07. So then we're at 10:10 as we turn the page. Okay, talking about the Queen of Wands having done foolish activities. So there's something that's been disclosed or come out that the masculine's not happy about. So it comes up again in the other read as well. But this is the union. The Leo Queen of Wands is coming up here as fell on her face. Too much fiery activity back and forth. And I got a sour stomach as that was coming up. Or kids and the Queen of Wands expressing themselves too much at an extended family retreat. And we're talking about new love. Centrally, like I said, the death card in the Syrian starseed is a portal. So I'm walking through a portal. There's a portal of angels, the High Priestess, the King of Wands reversed, in injustice of third-party gossip or coming together with angel. High Priestess he's been avoiding. Suddenly transitioning after tired of the justice system. The challenge being the indigo or magician. The King of Cups, sudden event or epiphany. Detox of apathy. Walking away in a bold move to angel, which is sudden and passionately. Now, the Tower, finding satisfaction with what he has, though still a bit guarded, the wounded warrior, looking back at overindulgences, third party and gossip he defended, now dumping all attachments with opportunity to let her in. Sorry about the phone ringing. That phone doesn't ring very much. Suddenly, the High Priestess he's been avoiding, hiding, sleeping with karmic while dreaming of love through work, creativity, or kitchen, or her neck, protecting self and karmic from staged reunion by controlling and hurting third party who's been left outside in the cold looking in at the King of Swords having sex with someone else. Or is he? There's sudden romance reigniting and nightmare. hung up on knees to toes, or Tony could be coming up again, ankles crossed, the karmic alone, covering up the past of his 5D world with twin, a sudden opportunity to invite angel and express feelings of poor decisions and deliberation, of flame and romance. The karmic nightmare saw the divine feminine's shoulder and or neck is like his, or knees to toes. And then a car zoomed really fast going south. But anyway, just it was coming up again how the divine masculine was remembering there were similarities between body parts of the divine feminine and him. How can he hug her with karmic pulling past, covering it up at home, pretending it doesn't exist while he experiences new growth in the 5D world? Must say goodbye to karmic for a new life reunion to learn about his own inner demons of possibly wanting to cheat. But it's his twin. How can he do this to her? Soon, the King of Cups comes together to co-create with new passion of his dreams in healing. The King of Swords surprises third party with an offer to heal her pain, for justice, or now divorced, and in truth of his passions for her, may be protecting the divine feminine from karmic issues, but wants a new life of passion with you. We'll help each other through the pain of third party and sexual issues that we need to still clear. So union's coming up here as being seen as the 10 of Cups, or the 10 of Chalices. 3 on top with support from the family. Grieving loss and regret with wisdom and self-respect, seeing new perspective before embarking on a new life together, holding energy and playing ball. Okay, so it's still like clearing out of karmic energies and preparations being done. So attraction comes up for the union, as well as getting to know each other and wedding, that this involves marriage. First retreat to get to know each other, then wedding for family and children, around a union, or how it is seen, thanking lucky stars, and the sun brightened outside as I said that. For him, the King of Swords reversed in separation and feeling insecure at the moment. The divine feminine being strong for him. Clear blocks of the Chariot, and notice that riots in Chariot, of pushing agendas to end fighting, conflict, or end divine feminine speaking her truth to others, to release the suffering. Okay, so you need to clear blocks about all these things, because you're not going to be able to make someone change. And this is a union, it's not a relationship. You have to allow each other to be each other authentically. So remove any blocks you might have about pushing your own agenda, because you're doing it for the best good of everyone, because your intention is to stop fighting, but you can't push your agenda in this situation. Even if your intention is good, there has to be another way to compromise, okay? Or you may think that you'll come together and get your divine feminine to stop talking her truth to others, okay? To help you release your suffering, because maybe you get triggered by that. But those are just things that you need to let go of. Karmic completion comes up, as well as financial discipline and relationship change. Showing some muscle after working out butt and arms. Expansion of judgment, sweet judgment of us. And there was a cat meowing outside as I said that, close to the house. The window is open. Of 2 bound by kids in a divorce situation. Okay, so there's sweet judgment of the twin, the masculine's perspective of how the divine feminine might see him, but also 2 bound by kids in a divorce situation. So the karmic will always be, involved, because there's children. So 3 of Wands, or flames, presently only 1 flame in the King of Swords head, 5D world reunion, hurting each other by staying as a third-party situation. Split in uncomfortable feelings, refusing to move. The King of Pentacles reversed wants his things. So he's still he's attached to his things. Justice for twins in the 5D world, working on commitment to happy family, looking back at sneakiness and half-truths, tripping up and stalking or spying, or negative self-talk, and needing to drop facade and break patterns with message of love, innocence, pure love of a child. Kids in divorce may know about flames, One may be mouthing off about it, and the other can't wait to meet them. Balanced with family through separation, and I was getting like the extended family or the more financially oriented family. Balanced with family through separation and expressing feelings back and forth with immediate family or emotional family, following the North Node to sovereignty in transition through portal, manifesting unconditional love in a bold move and or travel suddenly back to the present. All right, instead of back to the future, back to the present moment. Sudden epiphanies of justice, truth, and balance with the divine, with the twin flames, and with children. Could be a sudden death or end after a heated exchange, and the King of Cups family and chariots of fire and water become one flame in the present with truth and balance. So also, once the karmic ex or child is balanced within a separation situation, then there is sudden divine masculine transition or transformation. Okay? So in summary also, there's an angel out manifesting money out of thin air, an exclamation point in the aftermath of disaster, Hierophant, Taurus, or marriage to the Queen of Cups, with Queen of Pentacles reversed looking back or going back to offer something practical to work. And relieve the suffering, to help relieve the suffering, and also an opportunity to learn. Or a marriage to a Queen of Cups ungrounded, not profitable or growing, just work and getting over suffering, now an opportunity to learn and grow his destiny. Okay, so a couple different situations here, but there's definitely things being worked out to come into a different situation. Alright, so I'm going to go right into the Divine Masculine read since it didn't take too long. The Masculine read today was done at 11:51, and the major arcana, by the way, while I was shuffling for the Divine Masculine, the Three of Orbs fell out, which is the Three of Swords, and also I kept seeing the King of Wands Shaman as I was shuffling. So the major arcana are Justice, Abundance, Karma, and Alchemy. Abundance is the Empress, Karma is Judgment, and Alchemy is the Temperance card. There were 2 Pentacles, 3 Cups, 1 Wand, and 1 Sword. The Knight of Pentacles court card came up, as well as the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Swords. The Page of Swords was the after the read card that I always pull, so that was there as well. The coding was all about perseverance and leadership for the masculine. The numbers were 11, 12, 67, 2, 6, and 8, and 23, 11. And the message from the coding about perseverance and leadership was all about 2 or 20 nights. The Divine Feminine gets divine justice and love. So that's obviously not going to be for everyone, but those dates may be significant. So 2 or 20 nights was coming up as the 15th or March 5th. Also, the 2 twins as their God selves, they're very good at being or persevering and being leaders with the Divine Feminine in her truth and balance and love. Okay, so again, it's just very much about staying balanced in your high vibration, but about the 2 coming together. I keep getting the same messages over and over again in different ways. Alright, so getting into the read. And make sure you're, I asked for a message. What was I getting? I asked for a message from Jesus before I started this read. And I was getting, I couldn't remember, I knew it was David Carradine, I was trying to remember the show, and it was called Kung Fu. That was a show that was on for you younger people from 1972 to 75. But I was definitely, Jesus was showing me him walking, and this was a show about someone, you know, he was was a monk, but now he just traveled the earth, you know, with nothing, just his walking stick. But anyway, I wanted to say this is from Wikipedia, so enwikipedia.org. David Carradine, born John Arthur Carradine, December 8, 36 to June 3, 2009, was an American actor, musician, painter, and martial artist. He played the leading role of peace-loving Shaolin monk Kwai Chang Caine in the television series Kung Fu, and also portrayed Frankenstein in Death Race 2000, which was 1975, and Bill in both Kill Bill films, and that was 2003 to 2004, which cracked me up because like no one's seen Death Race 2000 except for me. I saw it on a date in junior high school. So that was pretty funny that came up, that he was Frankenstein. I don't know who Frankenstein was, and then I brought up, Frankenstein came up in my read. I think it was yesterday. So so that was the image I was getting, you know, to be your very spiritual self and just spread your love. Okay, you're walking the earth to spread your love. And if you haven't seen that show, it might give you an idea of the message that Jesus was trying to give us there. Also, to make sure you meditate more and connect and ask for Jesus. Okay, when you're not connecting with your twin, and then your twin may feel rejected. Okay, so that was another message coming up from Jesus today. And Mary Magdalene was also coming up. 35 has been coming up a lot, and she comes up as the wounded warrior 35 in some of the oracle cards. And as I wrote down Mary Magdalene, wounded warrior, I was guided to write warrior. So she's the feminine warrior. Okay, so stop worrying about things, because that, you know, that blocks your energy. So getting into the read for the masculine, also the number 12 and 120 came up, and the owl of the Hooters, the eyes, and the 2 knights, 2 twins, 2 eyes, plus love equals 12, with God behind it. Okay, so very beautiful energies were coming up here. The Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords, offers love, a message of sadness and regret for twin, proposing something. He comes out as twin, proposing love. New passion for union and twin, working on Trinity block. Options to gamble on and synchronicities, dreams, heaven in their eyes, and hoot. Okay, the owl. Crossing the bridge. Maybe your new home. Building a strong foundation to make sure that the twins' portal is always open with lots of shining, sparkly things for the divine feminine to look at. So the masculine may be actually planning something for you, or actually building a home. Creating money as fast as he can to bring our dreams to life, and poof, here I am, as he pulls back the sheet quickly to reveal what he's been doing all this time, to get it just right. Red pants and brown robe with flowers for his girl, every day. 4 sets of gold cups with flowers, bordered with stones, but no triangle brick border from the feminine, that's me, yuck. Maybe I will like his way of doing the triangle. Because you know when they do the, when you do the flowers in the yard, some people use the pointy bricks around them, and I never liked that. So it was funny because the pointy things were coming up in the card. There's 2 hooks by the door, like coins to remind us there's 2 of us in this one union. Lace-lined archways and cement blocks, very sturdy, of 2s and 4s for twins union, and groups of decorations in 7s was coming up. The devil is out watching as the Knight of Wands looks back, or goes back, to the King of Pentacles status. So now he's back to being grounded, King of Pentacles. Dreams aligned and grounded, passionately breaking for a pyramid tour, connecting etherically to Egyptian and Atlantean lines in the desert, but remaining very grounded and present with his foot on the pedal, firmly stopped to enjoy the view. Capricorn is out waving as soon as he sees her. Past life relationship comes up as the underlying energy, and below that was chemistry. Burning the past, where karmic is okay now alone, staging with little lizard a reunion with egg gift and dessert. Karmic may actually have helped, or kids trying to stage a reunion of their parents to burn the past, but that won't last. Protecting self by standing in truth, the altar of candles is for my twin, for my reunion. Or karmic has a child, spying for her to get the details about when they come together. The underlying energy here was spiritual partnership, and below that was even more so compassion. All right, so in bringing the karmic into this energy, because this will be all part of your spiritual family, okay, whether you get along or not, to always have compassion, okay, and allow it to be a spiritual partnership. Stuck in all the Christmas someone stuck with all the Christmas decorations, silk curtains, garden lights, and ladybug, teal, and red, and gold. The Page of Cups is out looking with new passion to be the Empress, with having it all together. Fixing up the home with butterflies and owls. When daughter is home, a good time to get started, to open the floodgates of spring. So mother and daughter's coming up as shopping and passion, but I'm getting this as the Divine Feminine and her daughter coming up in the Divine Masculine read, which doesn't usually happen. Usually it's about his family life with the karmic, but that's not what was happening this time. I was getting the masculine's read with the Divine Feminine coming up as the mother and daughter being shown. So when daughter is home is a good time to get started, to open the floodgates of the spring. The mother and daughter shopping passion, branding mission to feel whole again. Or may want to like go out for, to get a new wardrobe for the spring to, change their identity, a new you. Passionate child stuck without car, so child may be coming home and doesn't have a car, so for the mom, she's all mine. And it's funny because my daughter is coming home soon, and I will feel that way. The Empress and the King of Pentacles build dreams together after a proposal to one you've known before, for a passionate reunion to burn the past and make peace with karmics, spiritual partnership, and compassion again. Recently, Ace of Cups covered in muck, no option but to end the conflict with the Queen of Swords not talking to him, and or karmic's verbal abuse from family. The masculine's world complete with strong family and lover, or just with his family affection. The Knight of Pentacles proposes love to the Empress. The foundation is the Empress, heart open wide to abundance, sharing with her child or a friend, and dropping her burdens to have some fun, giving and receiving message of love and confession, also with mother and son. Messages of love coming in from children on Valentine's Day. Centrally rising above drama and the heat. In slow motion, the chariot moves boldly forward, working out details of 17. So someone might be 17. Aligning energy and cracking codes. Okay, so this very much is coming up as the 17 energy of the star of hope and dreams come true, but also someone might be hearing from their 17-year-olds, or someone's 17th birthday is coming up here. Harsh truth of romance, of not seeing twin in the mirror, tired of grounding and integrating for the masculine to be free and complete to leap. Challenged by justice and or a divorce, holding back new life for rest, hung up on narcissistic marriage and 5D meditation with the High Priestess. Clearly the war's over, decisions made, apologies needed. Now is judgment or karma, calling women and children to action, to find peace in announcements. Even if it doesn't work or make money, you need to connect more to intuition for family legacy or wealth of the Empress, running from karmic Empress in lack, who's reversed, towards the masculine's union as the lotus opens. For twin, so he's like, it was showing how he's leaving an Empress reversed for the Empress upright, like the false twin to the real twin. From karmic Empress in lack towards his union as the lotus opens for twin, work connection, big love. Now karmic in grief cycle from divorce, in lack of abundance, needing to work and find their own passion and to shine her own light without taking from the High Priestess's energy. The Hermit, Knight of Pentacles, offers something practical for manipulation and suffering and freeing himself from third party, making his marriage, which made his marriage narcissistic. The devil made him do it, offering up once again his manhood to an alcoholic Sagittarius. And here it was like a long stream of major arcana: Aquarius, Virgo, Aries, Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Sagittarius, okay? white kiss of death or potion maker, offering his love to home and commitment. Soon the Queen of Cups is healing with friends and family, out drinking to release self from prison, or finding satisfaction alone. So this definitely could be a karmic or divine feminine, depending on which one or where you are in your journey. But it was kind of reiterating how the masculine may have gone back to a relationship, doing it again, which he had done multiple times already, and doing it again, and now this is like the final time he can't do it again. Like it's just not working. So, but it was coming up around this negative energy was coming up as, and it doesn't have to be alcohol or depression, but it certainly can be. It was very significant here. Giving his manhood back up to a karmic who has alcohol and or depression issues. And the signs, again, that came up were Aquarius, Virgo, Aries, Capricorn, Sagittarius. Okay. But it was like his codependency to the relationship and to the home. Maybe he didn't want to give up. Soon the Queen of Cups healing, and of course children as well. So soon the Queen of Cups is healing with friends and family, out drinking to release self from prison, or finding satisfaction alone. Okay, which is the mastery of the divine feminine. The Emperor is avoiding dancing with the Queen of Wands and kids, getting comfort from the Queen of Cups, making him a narcissist with hang-ups. All right, so if he's still married and he's getting comfort from his twin, then he's seeing himself as a narcissist. Okay, he is the Knight of Swords with 5D messages, starting over in love and commitment, seeing what he has left after the wounded warrior, taken by Queen of Cups reversed manipulator. So this is coming up as he's seeing himself as the Knight of Swords, getting his 5D messages, starting over in love with commitment, but seeing what he has left over after the wounded warrior karmic took him. All right, so this is coming up as Queen of Cups reversed, the false Queen of Cups, okay, a manipulator. So the engagement card comes up, as well as free yourself for the masculine. Around the divine masculine, or how he is seen. Is alchemy, patience, with weak, drained, or sick Queen of Wands reversed, or kids and Leo karmic who are all pissed and out of control. Clear blocks of the twin, the past, the childhood, or present kid situation. Incomplete King of Wands reversed due to negative past and deception. The cards came out, leadership and perseverance in the beginning, as I told you, but even more so, healing, individuality, and moderation. The masculine's getting his wish with the High Priestess. Sagittarius female's addictions to love, sex, and or alcohol at home are exposed to the Emperor. The worst is over of depression, over foolish behavior or lack of faith in self for the masculine. The Emperor realizes it was his twin's light shining upon him this whole time, that he thought it was his partner or bride, exposing a new life for him. Diamond in the rough in Rainbow Bridge, a little light is all it takes. One small message to disconnect from verbal abuse, and an Emperor who's out of control, with a message sent. Letting go of attachments with wise new perspective, incomplete transformation, dumping love, overwhelmed juggling, performing, Queen of Pentacles reversed, not exposing or expressing their feelings of losing money or spending for an opportunity to learn to study energy and become inspired, or that her going through this and exposing her truth and has now inspired him to rise. The Knight of Pentacles offer to Empress with 5D message of patience to work things out with karmic, for new love rising above drama, injustice, or divorce, for the Queen of Cups twin to honor him with a new life. If she'll accept the little he has to give, he's ready to try. There's a proposal of love to Empress, rising up to tango above karma and above justice, with 5D messages as the Queen of Cups, patient and balanced twin, with an offer of new life without talking too much when it comes to immature communication. So that was pretty funny. I'm going to give you the sand art really quick so this doesn't end up being too long. I was definitely getting another union in the sand art today. The union was a little off, but that was okay. And it was regarding probably the best man. The poof, he's all of a sudden gone, and then the masculine's better again. So he might have said something negative about the twin, and then he left the situation. I saw a bathtub filled with stuff that was covered, so somebody might be hoarding. 2 kids in bed sleeping, except one is not a kid, it's a grown man, so a grown man in a twin bed. Aries also came up, the ram, and smokestacks in the distance that look like a tuning fork. Rolling hills and mountains, a gangster knocked off. Dick Tracy, Cat in the Hat, Mad Hatter, and hot springs. Birth, volcanoes calm, inversions, new nests, hole in a tree, new waterfall, and sleds at Niagara. As divine feminine approaches the divine masculine becomes a blubbering fool, which is very beautiful and very emotional. Ceremony. Hands reach out as one we now stand, getting a lay of the land. Cartooned bird or eagle with closed eyes. He's upset because there's no more football to watch. So that was funny too. Okay, so I have some time still to pull you a couple oracle cards. So we'll start with the Ascension deck. Take a deep breath, guys. Clear the mind. Clear the mind. Clear the mind. Clear the mind. Okay. So I'm going to ask Jesus today, since he's making his presence known. It is February 13th, 2019. For everyone watching, in the best and highest good of all those concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Okay. Neptune is number 19 at the bottom. And that affirmation is, I attune to the wisdom of Atlantis and Lemuria held in Neptune. Okay. Neptune. The card that came out for you guys is Serapis Bey, number 41, which is the Ace of Cups, and it says, Serapis Bey was keeper of the White Ascension Flame in Atlantis and is now Koan of the 4th ray of Harmony. He's known as the Egyptian because he worked with Archangel Metatron to suffuse the Great Pyramid with cosmic wisdom energy at the time of its construction. In drawing this card, you're invited to stand within the white flame and feel its influence. Connect with Serapis Bey and draw this energy of wisdom, cooperation, and dedication to you. He's the only master to work with the Seraphim, and they will shower you with blessings as you tune into this Ascension card. The affirmation is, I walk with Serapis Bey. And I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. I apologize if I'm not. 41 is a 5, which is a change, freedom, and expansion. It's the 1 of the masculine energy on the inside, very focused and driven. And the 4 of stability, looking like you're to others. It was just 42, 42. As the responsible person, people can depend on you. And 42 is the 2 of Cups, times 2. These 2 cards want to be seen, but I'm not going to read them. The Moon came out, which is number 11, which is Justice, which was a big theme today. And the Ace of Cups as well. And then 47, Marco also wanted to come out. 47 is the 7 of Cups, which also came out. And that's another 11. So we have 11 and 47, 11, and the 41, 5. 1, 4s, and 7s. And the Sun is Neptune at the bottom. Okay. So then we have the Past Life deck. Clear the line. Clear the line. Take a deep breath, guys. Send it to Jesus for this February 13, 2019. For everyone watching, the best and highest good of all those concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Jesus, please. Okay, Wars and Battle is the bottom of the deck. Okay. So that's the underlying energy. So this is passing away. And the cards that came out were Imprisonment and Slavery, Trees, and Orphan. So I'll show them to you together. You get the energy of all 3. Okay. Oh, and I'm just getting David Carradine. And another card wanted to be seen as well, Knighthood. Okay, so he's still, that's the Knighthood, still has his armor on. I'm seeing that the So the wounds of imprisonment and slavery are coming up to be so people can be freed from it. The portal that's open right now, that's what I'm being shown right now. Because the portal's been coming up yesterday and today for sure that it's wide open. So it's the release of the imprisonment and slavery, so that'll be for the karmic situations. And then the trees with the light there's a breakthrough. So the light's breaking through, using nature to ground yourself, and then the orphan's coming up, and Spirit's connecting with me about that. Because the orphan is the one who feels imprisoned or like a slave. Because being alone is worse than being in prison. That was actually one of my, when I did a past life regression years ago, that was the lesson, because the person doing the regression would always ask at the end, what was the lesson that you were getting from this life? And I was shown a life of an old man who walked out of his house like buried in snow, walks down his front path and then just drops dead in the snow. And my guidance was at that time, and Spirit's connecting with me still, that it is better to be a very, very, very bad man than to be alone. Okay, that was a big message, because there's another past life where I'd seen an Amish farm with a very, very, very bad man. It was very negative energy for me. So it's referencing that. But here with the orphan, it's, you're never alone. So don't make yourself be alone. Stay connected. Have your breakthrough. Connect with Jesus more. He's asking you all to do that today. To go through this portal and let go of any imprisonment or slavery that you're allowing yourself to stay in, including being alone. And to get out of the armor. That's imprisonment. That's fear. Okay, let go of the shields. The only thing you need to armor yourself with is love. Okay? So, we ask God to please armor us all with your love. Okay? Okay. Now for a journey of love. Take another deep breath. Clear and align. It's just 4711 again, which goes through the numbers that came up in the cards. Again, 4s, 7s, and 11s. Okay, so again, we're asking Jesus for this February 13, 2019, for everyone watching, the best and highest good of all those concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? The bottom of the deck is 56 Dance of the Planets. That's just 4747 and 4748. That's the Dance of the Planets, the 7 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. Having tons of options and then walking away and going within. So 56 is the 2 of Swords. And that's very much about staying in your knowing. Right? As the universe rotates, as the world turns, the Dance of the Planets. And the only card that came out for you today, the Lovers. Okay, the very black and white of it. The number 57, which is the 3 of Swords, because everyone's heart gets broken in a three-way situation. So 50s have compassion for everybody involved. Even if you think they're the worst person in the world, you still are called to have compassion. Alright, the Lover says, yes, it's love. Drives you forward and pulls you back to your heart. It makes the mind mad with misunderstanding and breaks it open to enlightened compassion. It is love. Your yearning heart shall have it. Your destiny is to be the lover of the beloved. This oracle brings a message of love, love, love. It is finding you now. Be open to it in all its forms. Be the god and the goddess of love and paint the town red. Play in passionate embrace with life as your lover and prepare to receive even more than what you believe you're capable of handling. And the poem says, love is a magic word that holds the universe together. It is both an emotion and something ephemeral that lives like a fire's glow, or the pink light on the clouds after the sun has set. It is alive and yet indefinable. It causes the heart to beat more rapidly, feelings to show, and young people to write, sing, and dance, and become totally immersed in its hold. Love can beckon coyly or flaunt itself with wanton abandon. Love can live and grow seemingly forever, or vanish in a fleeting moment when we least suspect. And in the twilight of our years, reflecting on the life we have lived, it is love which colors every turn and twist of our memory. And when we pass from this earthly plane, it will be love that will light our soul on its journey home. Okay. So there's a strong message from Jesus today, right? That it's all about love. I'm going to show you the pics before I forget. Okay, so this is the union spread here. Okay, and then I have the masculine spread here. Okay. Just make sure you drink your water, get your rest, be good to yourself, rise and be loved.